out on the attack. It's where maybe you'd expect
Okay,
that
AG on
chamber to
defense,
shine a
Eli
little
on
bit more
attack.
here for No Man. And right now they are setting themselves up over.
It's really fun. Yeah, it'll be
quite
great for
aggressively.
like a month for sure. And then it's kind of down to if they can get the right people to
flash.
make sure the level stays the same.
They're at that space, but there's no aggression A main. It's the foe one way because they've stacked this crossfire. Maybe reading the mid split or reading the three. Now waltzing down catwalk. Once this
Camera
once
contact.
dart
This is
goes
nice.
out,
Camera contact
I
into
cannot wait to see what
recon,
this
into
collapse
armor
looks
flash
like.
in case they're close, and then double swing off
Maybe
short.
they
You could have a Yori
should
flash as
be
well. You got
set
a
up
Gravner.
for this with the
Damn, look at
two
this one.
players
This is
on
pretty
Cubby.
cool.
There's a flash, a recon bolt out, but
Shame
they're
about the
so
shots.
whiffy on the first, and Raga Viva finding the
I
kill.
just missed all their
Viva with a
shots.
second as well, but Shrimp is fighting back.
Dude, I'd be so
2
pissed
kills
if I was
for
a
him, but
coach.
Still the advantage there for XLG, and they are beelining it here to the A site where they do have it for free, and this plant is coming in.
A really good read out of AG. Like we said, sometimes it comes down to form and getting warmed up to this map. Looks like XLG take the cake, but the round is not over yet. It's Shrimp, that clutch player we
Maybe.
talked about, wrestling things back to a 2-on-2.
Yeah, he's up in heaven, and you've got Huncher as well coming in from the door.
Ooh.
Coconut whiffs out shot,
Okay.
and now it's all down to Happy Way. We also mentioned that he's been big for them.
Well, they think
in
he's
the
main.
clutch, but they think he's in main now. Starting to get the idea. Shrimp
Oh
falls
my
Happy
goodness, they
Way.
actually won it still.
Can't
Okay,
quite
coach
get
is
it
fine.
done.
The coach is
first round
celebrating.
goes the way of all
Dude, he
gamers, but
gave him a
this
nice
is
pistol as
exactly
well,
the
and
sort
they
of
just didn't hit their
close play
shots.
action that we wanted to see, Zobi.
And this is why the stats do not tell the full story. We saw little number ones on next to Happy Way. He went in the head-to-head up against Hanja in the pre-show, but when it comes down to the 1v1 clutch for the pistol round, we see who is superior. And again, look at this team fight. The coordination there between him and Shrimp that were able to keep things under wraps on that mid-fight and give them a chance at turning that pistol around when it came to the A retake. So again, a little bit to kick things out, but the read was good. The follow
Okay, we got that Outlaw as well. I mean, sorry, got the Marshal to clean this up as well. Dude, surely they don't get eco'd with this buy.
Again, that was just a setup
This
for
is
pistol.
a
Now
buy
we're
to
back
make sure that you don't
fight
get
for a
eco'd.
main net one way, get that info, but again, this is comp from XLG that's so good at challenging that space.
Yeah, they've been able to get control here for now, but again, like we saw in that pistol, they're dipping away. This time, though, Happy Way's inserted himself inside of B main for now, pushing a little bit further. Hasn't been quite enough to notice or really challenge this Cypher utility, but it at least lets them know that there hasn't been any kind of push out from B from all gamers, and they are reading that it might be the weaker side of the map. Now the rotation's starting to be drawn over by the defense.
And I love this paranoia net combo that is in place as soon as contact is made, or as here as you see the pair, or sorry, as soon as you see the TP come out, and it's just paranoia for paranoia. It's a stalemate for the
Oh my
time
gosh, check on his head.
They're aiming to shatter it open.
Guys.
Varga. Yeah,
Guys.
from behind.
I think that must have been a TP play, but trying to enter the A site, you've still got to deal with
Oh boy.
Spitfires. A double there with the Marshal, but fighting back. Viva there with the Stinger. That's a
And they got
weapon
the one on
upgrade
short.
selected by him. And now, yet again, XLG find themselves planting in a 3-on-2 here on A.
Hey, Shrimp and Hodge got it done in the first round, and you mentioned there's only the singular Stinger upgraded. How do XLG want to play the numbers? I mean, Vice playing off site feels a bit disconnected. Illusions of a crossfire between Viva and Rarga, but
My guy is melting him.
He's just getting all of the information, and that you can see Happy Way getting activated. He's starting to wrap around on these defensive players. They take the drop. There's a kill from Viva. The wrap's not even needed. He finds the
a nice
double
round from
spray
Zili.
down. And
Dude,
XLG, they lose the pistol, but
I've
the
never seen
follow-up is
so many
theirs.
ecos
wow, just that crunch.
I've
play
never
that
seen so
came
many
out of
ecos
Tree,
as I have
overfixation
in the
on
last
narrow
2 days
grenade.
watching
I'm so glad
China.
we get to see the replay because we get to see how that gap was made and identified here. And again, it really
But how's he
came out of
allowed to do
Spitfire trying
that?
to play the timing, so maybe it wasn't holding down that main angle. So like we mentioned, the TP play slips the net, they get through. They recognized the TP was there. I think it was just that paranoia that came through, so they didn't get to follow it, they didn't get to break it. And I'm surprised that Rarga had the goal to stick with it and still TP
I mean, it's
in
eco,
there
he might as well-
amidst
he
the
might as well
chaos
go
of the
for
shock
it.
dart combos that were coming through from Viva. So huge work done there. Tie us up 1-1, throw chaos to the win.
So much
In terms of the
space.
economy
I
as
don't get
well
why they
for
play
all
the Marshal
gamers
like
here.
that
They'll have to
personally,
put up a
but
similar feat if they want to keep things under
done
wrap
now.
and prevent XLG from claiming the lead right from under them.
Yeah, like you said, only classics. Yeah, Raga TPing forwards again. This time though, there's
Okay,
no
looking
kills to be
exactly
found as a
like
direct result from it,
Fnatic,
but
right?
still
Copied
claiming
everything,
space,
basically.
pushing forwards and pushing the boundaries here from XLG. They want to get this mid space, and now with Market under their hands as well, a Recon Bolt does just force Raga away for now, and Spitfires could be in with a shot here. Never mind. A nice shutdown.
Got their own Marshall against us now as well.
Coming on in. Hunter dealt with. Shrimp is about to fall, and indeed he does. They'll be trying to wrap, and well, this is what we wanted to see from
Yeah,
a
and
team
their money's
with the
going to
guns
be
against the pistols, where
unbelievable.
you just
That insanely
get the
rough start
kills
for
and
gamers.
don't let things slip away.
Yeah, I felt a little bit disconnected. I did like how they were playing a little bit deeper back. You saw the deadlock and spawn, but lack of coordination and creatability here puts all the pressure on to Kira.
Nice shot.
And no man gets online with that Marshall in hand. Doesn't even need the outlaw in there. We mentioned the energy from the walkout translating onto the stage, translating into the second round one on the board, at least for XLG. Very nicely done, and this is a round that we're going to have to see.
Do you prefer the deadlock or the jet on this map for this comp?
And I'm glad
Wait,
you mentioned this as well.
what do you-
How, like,
Dude,
they were
those two
testing
things
the
are not-
waters mid, how they're exploring
Not
the
a
proximity of the
1-for-1.
map,
What are you
because,
talking about?
again, we mentioned how it feels like XLG's playing against unknowns, right? But they haven't seen the Ascent from AG, this iteration of it, this 5, because they had that sub player, and they're going to be going into Icebox that they haven't played as well. So, again, coming out the gate strong mechanically, playing as a team, back to the A exec.
Yeah, very standard, very common, what they want to do. But Kira inside a wine, he gets the better of Coconut there.
Big buy rounds. They play their ops. They play their ops so passive.
Life, and now he's in a bit more of a closer angle.
They did this with the Marshall as well earlier.
A little bit more than previous, but XLG, they just weren't ready for it, and they're going to try another pop here again. Shock Dart and Blindside, but he can just run away from this, and XLG, they're still in a 4v5.
I like the little high-low flash dart swing out, but like I mentioned, because they crossed over, they were good to go. Speaking of crossover, we've seen departure away from
you're asking if you want to do the...
Still have the Vice.
Okay, I get it. You want to do crew comp or this comp.
But again, now there's a wall tree. You have that kind of security.
Depends on your players, really.
XLG makes noise until XLG
Is my player better on Deadlock or is my player better on Jet? I like some of the combos that the crew are doing
aims to be that player
with the Jet.
Yeah, dimensional drift there from Raga. He's enabled him to get so much information, so much space. He's found a kill, but Spitfires is there on the watch for it, and Shrimp gets the catch on Raga. He wasn't expecting the player to be on the site. Sova here still in a good position. Viva though,
mate, he pushed spawn with 18 seconds left with the spike.
Does get the final blow there, and there's a kill from No Man again. He's been tagged up here by the Sova drone. He knows that Shrimp is going to be around the back.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second.
Barely any time. Shrimp keeping himself
Oh
safe,
my god,
keeping
this is
himself
so
alive.
close. 18 seconds left.
And from the 1v1
Takes the
clutch
jewel
to
on
the
spawn.
pistol round 3K. Definitely flexing their clutch factor for this team. It was so clean, and then it got very dangerous very quickly, right? Their immediate punishment on a Spitfires, who got a brilliant opening a B-side kill with that operator one-way combo from the Cypher. There it is. I thought there was no way they were going to get onto this site, especially when Viva delivers the spike into spawn where, you know, you're deadlocked, where W's able to find and run interference.
Stop celebrating, bro. Give me my op. Yeah, just wanted to give it, though.
And there it is,
well,
the stand up, the confidence. We're tied again to a piece where now it's XLG.
And then they got an eco as well. Not buying on top of it. Dude, that replay was sick, man. My guy's out here giving it, and there's just an op sitting in spawn.
That economy is worse, where we're sure still gonna have to put in overtime work. They want to keep things on clutch.
Big win condition, getting that op online. My guy's just sending it because he beat him in a 1v1 because he dodged because of time.
I watched the previous game and I saw how much nonsense was able to be achieved there with that gun. XLG, especially their fans, would like to think that they don't fall victim to the same sort of fate.
Well, at least his teammates not chill. The vibes over op, mate, the vibes are not good. You see how angry he was that he didn't get the op. The vibes are the opposite. I don't think they gained anything from that.
You don't have those Cypher trips. It's a little bit easier for the defense to wrap, so you can see that XLG, they're wary with that. As the ults come on in to try and secure this space here inside a tree, but there's the Bucky that we were talking about.
Always on
No
the floor.
Man gets shut down. And now XLG in the trouble again.
Yeah, they actually are in trouble though.
Really get into tricky,
where are we going on this one? Spike goes away from A. They don't want to send it anymore. Scared of the Bucky over towards shore. Still got the gun over towards B. They want to end where the gun is. More scared of a Bucky than they are for a Phantom. Big duel coming up. At least my worst gun's just dueling on B main on his own. Instead of trying to bait for the guy who has the gun on site. Huge.
Shrimp, he does it again. Comes up with the goods, but it's not quite enough. As now the spike gets planted here on B. The 2 versus 2 for these players, Raga and Coconut. They've got the weapons. They have rifles here up against a shotgun and a Marshall. I think they're coming through from Spitfires.
I'm extra flamey. Dude, the amount of stuff I'm seeing from this region's killing me.
Oh, but not even scoped in for the angle. Aggressive off angle from Coconut.
Yeah, very, very nice.
Wins his, just individual fights, individual victories, and there is no shot that 2v2
I can't understand how some of these teams have got to this position, if I'm fully honest. I don't know what went down.
On that site that was locked down by Shilai Gaming. So, all in all, again, great openings, great attempt there from Shrimp, but you can only do so much when there's that many players storming your site. So again, maybe that comes out of, okay, if we had a little bit more Cypher utility, if we still had the Cypher on the site, it could have been better. But again, rough economic situation, and hopefully they're on to brighter
here we go.
pastures.
Let's have a reset. AG E-code for this round after winning the round. Not picking up the op.
The operator versus Tour de Force. Which one will win?
But is up back now.
Well,
one of the most passive oppers at the moment on defense here.
Towards mid at the start of the round. But again, it's
every single round he's been insanely passive.
From XLG. A shock dart goes in to try and clear any trips that might be there. They do deal a bit of damage to Kira in that way, and Spitfires has rotated round here to tree with this sniper rifle. I don't know if XLG are going to be expecting that.
Here we go.
Well, they do now.
Yep, Spitfire's the triangle, and they are having none of that funny business, right?
Roman ult towards wine to clear it.
Scaling, preventing the
clear over towards A main, clear wine, throw the wall up.
Just waiting them out.
I will say Coconut was close enough to hear this wall. They've inserted one on middle, but it's the duelist that helps them get up short.
Keep Spitfires pushed up on the angle. It's just keeping players tied up so that this A hold should in theory be weaker. But again, we've seen Delby, we've seen Kira here playing together.
30 seconds. Hit over towards A. Wall is still here.
Yeah, there is a
guess they
barrier
can
mesh
TP
on
it.
main, which means
When
that
the flash
AG,
goes in, I mean, it's a lot down to Kira.
Worry about until it falls, like you just said. Now Coconut immediately picking up that space and position. Blindside in, rather teleporting behind the box. There's a kill. Spitfires with one, and Kira angering down the site. Tour de Force coming through from No Man, and a recon.
No way, he wins that.
That's ridiculous from No Man, and now it's a 3 versus 2 for all gamers. Hunter and Shrimp to fight against it. How many times have we had this position? How many times have we had to say that sentence? But now No Man, he's got the Overwatch.
He did good though. He had a great round here.
Delivers that final blow.
I can't believe he wins that duel over towards heaven though.
Force trumps the operator, and I mean it's also consistently impressive how under the time pressure we're seeing XLG convert these time and time again, and this really did come off of honestly Kira taking a huge risk, right? I don't want to say they baited Delby, but there felt like a miscommunication there about where Rarga had TP to, that they did in fact stick it. So exposed over there towards Jenny, you fall, all that pressure, all that weight falls onto you, so only finding one is not enough for each player that is on that site. And again, then my question mark comes, and the changes have to come too. Do you give up the A space? Do you lock your and bury your teeth A main?
Okay, force them down to another eco.
Instead of giving up A, playing a full
got a couple of ults here. Surely they don't use it on the eco.
Off of a deeper smoke this time. Just make it seem
recon
like
deep over towards B main, man.
Trying to
create a lot of pressure over towards B main.
We have not seen it yet, and XLG seem to just be trooping on ahead.
Yeah, spotted Kira inside of Wine as well. Does have a Bucky. So potentially, if they try to push him, it could be dangerous, but instead he's up close and personal. Coconut falls.
Bro, they're getting wrecked by a Bucky every time the Bucky gets bought. Almost. Damage is done. They pop the ult into the eco. Oh boy. That's insanely interesting.
Yeah, a huge investment on Eco without even having found a major opening.
Oh my god, he owned him. Oh, he absolutely owned him on short though.
Spitfires going at it with the Sheriff may just make this round come back into the realm of feasibility, where it's again this duo on the B side again going for the clutch, where yes, No Man put up an insane performance over there towards A main, but do they have enough HP to finish the job? 90 HP, weapon upgrades aplenty, a no theft to frame the retake on top of that.
This one's,
this is a really good
this one you might as well,
chance
2v2, this one's insanely durable.
Yeah, they've got the information that No Man's set inside of main, and they're expecting the push
Oh my goodness, that's a fast little cleanup from them.
Does he pull off that transfer?
Ah, dude, AG must be tilted. Why, dude, this all over towards main, man.
I was worried about the Outlaw and the lack of shields on the all-gamer side, but Viva makes quick work of it. We're like, oh yeah, you know, IGL working in the background.
Dude, look at the rounds, man. Look at these rounds with Buckies. I swear, teams could just use Bucky way more.
I see your abilities as a Sova.
Even in buy rounds, I think you can just have a certain area that's with a Bucky. You can always get one.
I mean, what was that KDA in the server? That
can definitely lead more in this gun.
I mean, we gotta check in on it later. I mentioned we needed to see AG address his A side control. We saw it attempted, right? Instead of going for the get off site, play a more bolstered retake, they instead play for we're gonna fight forward. We're gonna take that A main space, not let you have it.
So shotgun pills, mate. Just look at what happens.
Because it was an eco. So
how can you not be?
I don't want to say I wish there wasn't a timeout here.
The amount of times you just see like 2 hero Buckies brought into a round with nothing else, and they win because of the Buckies.
Yeah, this is the thing.
Or even this one, like this is an insanely doable round because of the Buckies. Imagine they have a Bucky on short here as well. They win that.
Kieran that Bucky.
Yeah, Kieran the Bucky has been doing diabolical work, and I just want to. Like,
it just makes sense with how the maps in this game are.
Those 2 ridiculous plays in a row.
Every corner's just a straight square into a small choke point.
Round 6, No Man, he stood up and he just sort of showed the number 3 to AG, because obviously No Man got 3 kills in that round.
Just 90-degree angles everywhere.
It's all of those little things where
the whole
AG,
game's made for shotguns.
Like we said, they've been doing better in their save rounds, and maybe that gives them a bit of hope. But when they're getting rolled with these rifles,
okay, attack op is still here.
Feel worse, and when you've got No Man doing that, when you've got the other team clearly having a fantastic time, that's also going to weigh heavy.
Huh? A call made that AG was going to make changes perhaps over towards the A site, so just completely avoid the problem. You know, charge up this steel garden.
Yeah, it creates a lot of pressure though.
Onto this B
having the Visor.
The challenges that arise.
Let's see, do they have an anti-Visor? Most teams at the moment are doing some kind of TP towards the back.
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. AG got an anti-Visor. It'd be pretty nice. Visor's gonna go in. We take the TP afterwards. Giving him 3 kills. Okay, and then TP in. It's a shame that the kill trips are aggro instead of far back, so that this guy actually has something to play around off. That's a great shot from Raga though. So I mean, they had the TP for the anti-Visor, but they didn't really have they should do more passive trips for sure. Maybe Cage at the back also would help them. It was a little bit harder because they're up against a Euro.
Was that over-rotation the call from the timeout? Did they want them to get over to the A site earlier? Because, again, they haven't been with the team on the
RQ, yeah. RQ have a good one. Honestly, EG have some nice anti-Euro stuff.
You mentioned, as a result, they are just going for the early save with 3 players alive. I mean, again, it felt like nothing was out of the ordinary until the exit came through for XLG, right?
Eli making this look pretty convincing right now.
Really strong A presence, so them getting the orb, getting the steel garden, nothing different, and then suddenly they're exiting while you're out in the open. You're staring at an operator.
AG haven't won a round since the op save incident, I will say. Did they ever win an Epic LAN? 3, I think, Bacon. 2 or 3, I can't remember. I think it's 3.
Rifles to hopefully get some leeway to wrestle back.
Yeah, I think 3.
At least a respectable half, as the 6th has been reached by Sheila Gaming.
Yeah, and that's a 6 on the attack.
They were classic again.
Which is pretty rough.
Mate, in what game are you talking?
Tends to be.
we would get grouped in every game.
Tend to be favouring the defense. Don't worry about that. Happy way, no one saw anything. I was gonna say as well, B main, it's a very difficult area to push from, but XLG, they did it really well. So all game is they're playing a bit further back, a bit more scared. Obviously, only able to save 2 weapons as well. They're
another
in
eco
a
on
bit
this
of a
one.
rougher spot like that. They want to group up a little bit more, and they know that if they're on the B site, well, like we saw in the last round, they're just going to get punished for it. But the Cypher's still over towards that western side, and it's a deadlock setup on A. This is the weaker area of the map. It's just whether XLG are able to realize it.
And again, a change. Okay, if we can't leave B, if we're staying too long on B, we play for mid. We play for market instead and go for a fully blooded, whether it's an A or a B retake here. One way again, doing its job, letting them get early info, early angles.
Okay.
But it's again, even when they're showing the main presence, their scale up efforts over towards A off of, you know, a player tree.
I mean,
or
sure,
in this
it's
case,
just a retake of
A main. And I have
Do they have
never seen so
recon?
much
Shrimp
mileage
has
off of the
recon?
track
Oh, they
operators
should
that
do a
have
lot
for
of damage
no
once they
man
go
thus
into sight
far.
here.
Looks like they are trying to
Should be a lot of damage. Surely Shrimp doesn't peek before his recon, right?
2023 kind of vibes that we're seeing with this attacking operator.
Shrimp, mate. You have 2 mates on short behind a smoke. Please use your recon.
Quickly traded back upon the push through tree is dealt with. Ragas just about with that fight, and it's a lovely blindside there from
Insanity,
Spitfires
bro.
to at least force No Man away.
I just don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Any success in terms of kills, he's taken out of the round, and Huncher, he's left 1 versus 3, just a stinger in his hands. This one would be pretty insane if he's able to win it out.
Hey, Viva Coconut, no shields, 30 and 40 HP apiece. It's possible, but like you mentioned, semi
His game, he just wants to
unfeasible.
swing.
But
Bruh, no one in this region
well,
uses good util. It's
honestly,
killing me.
As the round winds down, we can jump.
It's like this region is like a 4-team region, and then the drop off after it is insane.
It feels like now, like even the communications breaking down a bit.
Can't believe what I'm seeing.
Okay, the staggered swings out of the smoke tree.
This is top 6 in playoffs.
At the same time. Instead, it was one following each other after the fact to their deaths, and then obviously they're still waiting for Haunted to rotate over. Spitfires gets desperate, goes on their own kind of heroic adventure out of heaven with the Sheriff. Great attempt, they find one, but again, then you place your teammate in a 1v3 clutch scenario alone. So again, moments like that go wrong. Spitfires here clean, but I wanted them to maybe wait instead of going for more. So
How would Apex do in China?
all gamers,
From what I'm
I
seeing,
think at
they
this point,
might get
2-7
top
not the end of the
4.
world, both teams running that double senti.
I can't believe what I'm seeing, bro.
I'm gonna be looking towards again this team's
It must be
it must
be crowd pressure. It has to be crowd pressure. This is the only thing I can think
for
of.
Sure. I mean, if there's one kind of positive here, you look at AG, you're like, okay, double sentinel comp, they maybe should be better on
The stuff I've seen in the last 2 days,
but for
I can't
XLG,
understand it, chat. I can't.
Is a chamber, and then the other one is
It
a
never-
Vice,
it
who's also
never
not
used to look
maybe the
like
best
this.
Suited for this map.
Last year when I watched China, couple of these rounds, couple of them,
Switch.
every map.
But even if you go in, but like, you need to have more than 2 rounds actually going into that.
Still got a lot of Valor to play this half. There's still a 7-5 possibility in the mix, but
That's true.
we definitely have to start with this kind of last full buy, it feels like, for these 2 teams again before they get trapped in that buy save purgatory. And again, it feels like at the surface level, I'm not seeing changes, right? In the fights, in the strategies. From AG minus. Hey, what did I say? How I wanted them to see the own
trip over towards site, those 3 people holding.
And what does it do? It forces the entire team to a B rotate, Charlotte.
Yeah, they've just got to go straight in on this, and there's 3 players waiting for them. There's Spitfires to take down Coconut. There's a player backside, that's Huncher. Raga at least finds his opposing number in the Yoru, but there's nothing much past that. Fever, he's been doing massive bits on the IGL
honestly,
roll
him
so
getting
far.
another kill here
14
is like
and 4
huge for
here
damage.
As the Sova, but a 1 versus 4 to try and find as we head into the red time. 15 seconds left and just 31 HP. This one seems difficult with now 3 players still yet to find, and Kira, his tails to the winds. This one, AG, they aren't on 2 rounds at the very least.
I think it's just insanely sloppy because of the crowd.
Hey, we
It
love
has to be,
9
man.
here, but again, I'm expecting closer to a 7-5 here by the time.
Why do you think FPX
half
lost
is
to
up.
AG? Dude, I
Again,
have
mentioned
no
at the
idea.
surface
But this
level,
could be a
not
bad
big
map
picture
for
changes,
AG.
but it definitely was there.
So I don't want to
Gatecraft
judge
keeper in the B
AG
side,
too fast.
taken earlier as well.
But if
instead of,
FPX
again,
lost to
tying
Tai
yourself
Lu,
to
then I
mid
got no answer for you.
holds, tying yourself to mid control. And we mentioned, okay, we've been asking Shrimp to do so much here as Hanchi plays his utility over here on the B side. So what do? You add that support from Spitfires, and again, in Spitfires and Shrimp, that duo that has insane impact. But this. If this is an XLG timeout, that feels like insult to injury, guys. You lost 1 round. It's 7-3.
Nah, I mean, this is good, man. He doesn't want to mess about.
They're scared.
Yeah, I mean, especially they know as well. Chamber Vice is maybe not the best combination there for the defensive side. They want to have as many attack rounds as possible, especially as Ascent does.
Yeah, no, it could just be an insanely bad map for
even
all
with
gamers.
these compositions. So, you know, if you're already 7-3 up,
the only reason I'm like crashing out is because I saw Tyloo before this.
Slipping in. I think AG,
Back-to-back
they've had
days.
more chances to win rounds than they've actually taken, and now they actually have. That's when XLG decide to pump the brakes, because it's like, if
this map is normally their permaban. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
You go, okay,
that makes a lot of sense, and they thought they had more chance here of winning on one of the other maps.
9-3 still a potential. 8-4-7-5 are the possibilities as well here for these teams. I mean, you're saying that you think it's going to be closer towards the 7-5
I think
than the
it is.
9-3. I'm inclined to agree.
We just saw the change.
Some hope, yeah. There's still some hope, man.
And if they
there's
keep
still
them
some
in,
hope.
It's going to work out in spades. They're
You're
leaning
right.
more into the flexibility of the Euro in terms of rotations on the map. That worked out really well. They're leaning into what works with Kira and fighting aggressively. Even just this front smoke allows them to try and take that aggressive angle. This time they're punished for it a little bit, and I think that's probably something that was mentioned in the timeout from XLG is, okay, we need to go back to denying this A main space because Kira's using it to force our hand, force us into the stack B. But I'm also seeing a change here over towards B main. Remember how I mentioned there was kind of like that perma Vice lurk there? Well, now Spitfires has cleared out all this space. You know the Vice is playing over here towards A. And as a result, they have so much space, they're like, yeah, there's got to be players A main.
The flash is pretty good.
Fury go. Let's let Kira go.
But Raga's still able to find a kill in that position. Kira knows he's there, trying to spam through the box. The Shrimp does deal with that XLG duelist. Happyway,
Happyway did incredible. Oh my goodness, Happyway, what the hell?
Sentinel on Sentinel, it's Happyway to come out on top. Spitfires 1 versus 2. This one's still very, very winnable. A Phantom in his hand. Happyway,
My goodness, bro. He
he's
just carried on going.
Absolute fire.
He just carried on going on this. Okay, I mean, this map is a diff flow.
Down on A.
This map is such a diff.
From him, and XLG keep winning.
That is a difficult round to stomach and dissect if you are an All Gamers fan, because again, at the macro level, that was a perfect call out of AG. They fixed the issues of, okay, your Cypher, you're having to play the retake simulator in a numbers disadvantage, right? They were there before the spike gets planted. They rotated at perfect timings, and Happyway just gets up, not just after the round's over, but in the server. 4 kills found, cooks. And again, maybe some disconnect there where Delby and Kira need to be on the same page for how they want to trade out and shut down some of these execs for players like Rarga.
Week 1, they played G-Line this map, they lost 13-3, and then they banned it, and then now they have it again. Yeah, it would just be that they thought they could... They probably practiced it a little bit this week as well, just thinking that they could float it.
See what Spitfires can do to open up the round.
They basically just thought they had a better chance on this than whatever they banned, mate.
They've been 2 of the better performers here for XLG.
Wow.
But if it's their permaban, I feel a lot better, man.
Over here on this side, and that should be all the information that his team need. The teleport back into the defender side spawn, and he's now ready to group up with his team for the retake here. Kira and Hunter still anchoring on the site as XLG. They have taken their time a little bit, and then looking up through trees. Shrimp got the spot, but on the re-peek in, he's punished for his hubris.
Oh, on top of the luck.
There to trade out, but on the side, Coconut is getting forward. Spirits, Spitfires. He's found the kill again, and yeah, I agree. What is Raga doing there? He's got his back turned to where these players are in heaven, and it's a 3 versus 3. Hunter still on the side, and Coconut has got him, and I mean, the other defenders are... They're having a party on B.
Yeah, I do gotta... Spitfires did good, and then I kind of got to question a little bit of what's going on
that
there.
Heaven space. I liked the adjustments. I said that Delby and Kira.
Okay, I mean, this map is done.
We switched the Cypher util
we're just
over here,
waiting till Icebox happens.
Ultimately, just that cut of noise confuses all gamers. They get in their own heads, over-rotate, and now it's, again, a retake with numbers disadvantage. This time it's Delby Spitfires. 1 off the Annihilation could prove helpful here if Delby can get the opening kill, but that...
He has!
This is exactly what they're gonna get.
And Coconut's still in hell as well. He could be easily dealt with here by the ultimate. First tap on the spike. Happyway forced to show his hand there. And the ultimate
Happyway's sick, man.
Happyway!
Happyway's so good.
Ridiculous in this clutch, Sobi.
Yeah, 1v2's mates just stuck in the ult.
But it is perfectly placed to dissect what normally is an unwinnable 1v2.
He made this a lot easier for them.
In the open, not expecting it. Again, we mentioned how streamlined that retake was off of Delby and the Annihilation, but I gotta see this replay and this Arc Rose in particular and where it is here, because again, look at that. The fact they're able to overwhelm the Cypher, and then there it is. Up in the top right corner, the last place you expect that, right? And Spike playing it out in the open, just impressive. And halftime called the 9-3. I honestly,
3 after a pistol on
like
defense.
In AG for those last few
it's
rounds.
Not great.
Because again, they changed
it's not
the
great, man.
structural and gameplay things that were going wrong. It was just they got out aimed by Happyway. Literally, both of those rounds was just Happyway going nuclear. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Happyway's pretty good at Valorant, as it turns out. And this is the MVP performance that we've seen.
So not DRG is in champs. If Gilai wins, DRG are in champs.
Last time these two played at the start,
which is gonna be insanely fun, because then whoever gets furthest in champs out of Gilai and DRG will stay in VCT, and the other team will have to play for Ascension, which is kind of crazy.
But
considering that they make it to champs and they still have to play Ascension.
The positive, I guess, is that it was.
But it makes sense because obviously someone's got to go up.
For XLG, and they were on the defense. But it's still.
You can't have like the holder tier 2 playing for no slot. Walkie talkie, thank you so much with the prime. I appreciate the 3 months. Thank you.
And last time
what if they go to the same place? Dude, that's a great question. What if they both lose different groups in groups and they come last? I don't have the answer for that.
Right? A map we haven't seen
I'm not sure.
XLG, so
I don't know what the tiebreakers are.
Put a lot of work into, right? Since that, close.
Same place tiebreaker is your stage 2 finish. So whoever finishes here,
back to the action because this map is not.
Damn, bro. So the actual Gilai DRG lower bracket game might decide who stays in VCT. That's sick.
Might be weaker compared to Cypher Deadlock on the defense.
That's pretty cool.
See if it rears its ugly head here in this first round.
Yeah, I mean the key difference is that the aiming hasn't been weaker from XLG. Just look, they've only had one player that's negative, which is
if it happens.
6 and 8.
Obviously, if Gilai wins, they got to be EDG.
For AG, you've got Shrimp, who's neutral KD.
Damn, DRG are sitting great.
But when you come to a 9-3, it does tell quite a lot of the picture. Over here on A, though, AG, they've got this early A main space. Coconut spotting from hell. The paranoia comes in and a smoke just to try and deny. But there's the entry into the site. Raga deals with the first, and he spotted Spitfires behind the box. Viva with a kill as well.
There's such a diff on this map. There really is. It's
taken with the pistol.
It's a shame.
What did
All Gamers feel like they couldn't win on? What did they fast ban?
This All Gamers squad. They needed that pistol.
They fast banned Haven.
They definitely
got a nice
did.
Haven.
And that just is a painful pistol to witness, right? We saw the execution.
I mean, they are wrecking teams on Haven. Fair play.
I see the smokes, the paranoia out. Haven, but then again, it's
13-9 against Wolves, 13-8 against FPX, 13-3 against Nova, 13-4 against DRG.
They don't re-clear Jenny. They don't look like they're prepared swinging out of that smoke to handle Jenny, and kind of Kier outpaces the team. So again, micro columns falling apart.
Can't even force into this one. They didn't get the plant.
Fortunately, that pistol loss means things get dicey.
And then, I think All Gamers made the right choice, man. I think no matter what, they were always going to be a map down in this matchup. They would have lost Haven. I'm looking at the results,
honestly, man. Fnatic came back from 11-3, so
yeah.
I don't think the Stinger Force was a thing back then.
Yeah. So it's all I'm saying is there's precedent. It has been done before. All Gamers, not quite Fnatic. They play in a different region for one.
XLG has the Fnatic comp. Joke. That wasn't a comp at that time.
That's true. I mean, it would be a very funny
clean up on this one. Trip and wall.
I mean,
it's the isolate one with the shots. They got Thorns here as well.
This is deadly. Not is it just the Vice Wall and the Thorns, but you also have the trademark. So you have double Sentinel utility stacked up on the B side. You need to get through all of that.
You're on a desert island. There's zero hope of recovery. You get to only watch one region. So I have working everything apparently. Who am I watching? I'm watching Pacific.
You 25 seconds left. You're deathballing into a stacked site here on A that He lost outright on an even ground footing of a pistol round. Oh, and there's gonna be thorns and a flash ready off contact. It's gonna get messy real quick, Charlotte.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Well, there's the contact, and there's the push on through. So many smokes that I don't think the flash does much. And the spike is actually getting planted here. A trade out 1-for-1 as well. Coconut does get the first before going down. But Delby's there to
hold up.
back, and Raga,
Hold up. They're giving him some ones.
I mean, Hunter, I don't think should be able to win that one out. Now Viva's been.
You want another one? Here's another one.
Dip away, and Happy Way. Long range with a stinger. Maybe he's not going to work out. He switches to the bulldog instead. Well, those guns are working gun game. Fine.
Okay,
the
nicely done.
As well to
Let's see how the buy round
really
looks. But
put the dagger in the back. But I actually didn't.
Clifton ship to Brett. Dude, that's not Liquid's fault, man. It's the other team's bacon.
Disrupted the sort of flash idea that XLG have. It's actually worked out quite well until they realized that
every Pacific game that happens, you know that the underdog can win it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you aren't gonna get the round, you want the plant, you want that extra little room of funds to work with.
There's done games.
Honestly, even then, with the gun differential, they had their 3-2-1, they had their swing, and they
what's done is done.
I'll say it if there wasn't that insane transfer again.
The 12th team beat the number 1 team 2-0 bacon in that region.
Really clean.
You're telling me that's not the best region?
11-3 comeback will have to be it, and hey, they got the weapons to do it, and they shut down that aggressive A-main play.
Yeah, they absolutely have straight away. Coconut maybe trying to take a leaf out of Kira's book. Unfortunately, it was the chapter that included the round where no man got the opener there. So,
didn't realize we were out here sending emails, bacon.
They just weren't even looking at Spitfires. I'm still surprised Rug has been able to get away with that kill, but he does get taken down. He was on 8 HP anyway, not too long for this world. It's a 4v2. All gamers have control of the A side.
What do we reckon? Doable?
No man is able
Bucky
to
dies on short here, right?
The Cypher on the other side.
Oh, Delby. Risky business, but if you hit the shots, you hit the shots.
Got his ult as well, so they can get a couple more rounds.
On the round. Again, had some difficulties anchoring their sight in the first half, but flexing over here now, and the calling is starting to come in clutch. And ultimately, yeah, I mean, that was a great read. They knew they were going to get arrested. They knew something was going to, smell a little fishy there on the eco, the bonus attempt there from XLG, but all in all, they're getting to form, they're getting to 4. That's the first kind of box you have to check.
Okay, let's see. Big buy rounds. Big buy round. They got a good ult. What's the plan?
XLG, hey, they used
a gets the judge out.
So if you can hit a stride, there is a world where this
kind of nice from AG though. Early default over towards A main.
I mean, they
got this line. They got the trip out.
2 rounds afterwards. So.
But that was off the strategy. I'm gonna say that was off the very least. I'm gonna cope. I'm gonna cope.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Viva has spotted Spitfires there in mid. At least he knows there's a Yoru mid at the very least, and now drone comes through to confirm that. Doesn't spot any of the other players here though, so they might not expect.
Yeah, drone goes up short. They found this trip. Creates a little bit of pressure. Like it's actually a nice default demand from AG. They haven't got anything over towards B main yet, but
deadlock hold on the A site and how strong it is. Here it feels like okay, the Vice util is so fragile,
Big Jewel.
And they just have pure reliance on the fragility of no man, and that's a good thing to rely upon, I will say. And I'm surprised to see not much movement either off that kill found by Hunch over towards B main, but it's gonna be Spitfires actually cooking Viva.
Wild timing, man.
Now it's gonna be
wild timing. Just been spotted over towards heaven though.
Yeah, they got the heaven kill. They get the tree kill.
They started pushing on. They started pushing on A as the guys running through middle, which kind of forced the rotate to come in. So he was always cooked there, really. Probably should have just chilled on middle if they wanted to go. Like Eva in this situation, E goes and they chill, or E chills and they go. It shouldn't be a double on both.
The second one doesn't either. And you've still got the player main, you've still got Hunter on generator. They can watch all of these different angles, and they now know that both players are up on heaven. This means all of their focus can be around here.
It's unlucky he missed the jump. Okay, dude, this is a nice round though from AG. As much as we were flaming them on their defense, and rightly so, this was a nice round from them.
But they have the tiniest bit of momentum, and I think XLG should be down to an eco here as well.
I think we start to believe when XLG uses their timeout and loses the round following it. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense.
I think that makes sense. Unless obviously they call a timeout before an eco. And then it's like, you take the timeout for the one after the eco.
Yeah, then it'd be the rifle. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely too early now, right? 11-5, I think they're going to wait till like at least a 7-11 to dip into that reserve.
Yeah.
And
other supermarkets
honestly,
are available.
Just please, AG, do not lose on an eco. And
what
that's
the
a great
hell,
way
Bacon?
to deny that, you know, you have light shields, no shields, regen shields aplenty, pull out the outlaw, Spitfires.
Maybe a bird, but it depends. Can I get to choose where the bird is?
Seen that kind of prowess carry over here, shut down players like No Man. Had a defensive weapon, I think, on that buy for XLG at least. And again, just due diligence, right? They know there's going to be antics. They know there's going to be eco switch ups. Do they expect 3 though in this deep deposit A main? That's a question yet to be answered.
Yeah, Spitfires has got to try and clear so many different angles here with the outlaw.
Damn, nice shots, bro.
Spectacularly.
You're the bird for 24 hours. I mean, if it's a nice bird in a nice area, then yeah, bird would be pretty good. But like a cat in like a rich house would be pretty nice as well. But I think, Bacon, if you're offered to be in an animal's body for 24 hours and then you go back, I think you're missing an opportunity if you're just going to be like a dog or a cat. I think you got to go fly, man, surely.
So now his position is known. It's a free plant. It's a completely free eastern side of the map. And Happyway, all he's got is a Bucky.
And Hotch is just tailing, caring for his position. Not going to save the Bucky. At this point, it might be a merciful end for you to die to the Cypher main. At this point, you're trying to choose who to die to. And honestly, that's probably the best player because they're not donating any ult orbs over to the All Gamers cause. But you can see the vibes coming back. You can see the resiliency for the All Gamer squad starting to come in. Again, that mantra from the press conferences from Coach ED101, it's play with no regrets. And that's exactly how they're playing this round after round.
No, that's why I want to ask about where the bird is, because if I'm getting hunted, man, then obviously I don't want to do it.
Good, man.
Here we come.
Here's the timeout. Havoya seems at least slightly miffed. He seems a little bit agitated.
Slightly perturbed, yeah.
Yeah. The body language kind of says it all.
What does 2 mean? 2 rounds they lost. They need to take 2. Takes fights as 2.
Dude, he for sure asked them a question here and was waiting for an answer. He for sure was asking him a question where he knew the answer to it.
I mean, honestly,
and the answer was 2.
They're doing great. The coach staff there kind of looked a little bit more relaxed.
Like, how many rounds have you guys done this?
A lot of work to go. I said again, we don't become
believers
until
that's right. 2.
Win the round following this timeout. Even then, I feel like they have I don't say a tiny bit of wiggle room because obviously being that point, you're out of chances. You have literally 0 room for error until overtime, but they still have their timeout then, right? And that would hopefully kind of be that band-aid over, the final stretch in my mind. But again, you don't want to get to that point.
Dude, they're up against a couple of ults there.
Keep it up. Small things we noticed needed to clean up, like some of the resyncs and some of the team fights, and you guys are good to go. Fist bumps and all. Just keep on trekking on.
Yeah, because XLG, they still only need 2 rounds, right?
Yeah, what are they up against though?
They've got
your ults, so I mean, they're deadly ults, man. They are deadly ults.
Like we said, they already used one in the first half. So that's now it for them until we get to overtime if we do. Well, there's 2 rounds worth it. That's the question.
Keeping in line with a Sova ult, I wouldn't suggest that.
I mean, if they do it again, it's then just over.
What's the chances that Noman dies from a Sova ult this round?
And I think it's a good time to take
pretty
the
high
out, though, actually, because
if they go B.
AG was starting to get that momentum. You then halt that, you nip it in the bud early. It's not like they get 6 rounds and then you call it, because then it feels like it's a bit too late. Like, no matter if you try and stop it, they're still gonna be able to keep that train rolling.
Oh, with money blossoming. We're gonna upgrade Spitfires here to the operator, the attack side op. Curious to see how it'll fare if they tried to combo like a dimensional drift with a
Fake up short into a B hit, but my Omen's still here, so I'm not entirely sure.
I want to see Diffusal
we have no Omen ult.
XLG utilizing these ultimates essentially. And right now it just looks like again they're taking advantage of
straight up sight hit.
Again, the lack of proactivity from XLG.
Bots 1.
I think it
Here
looks
comes
like
the Sova ult.
pretty well so far.
Bots
Both
2.
players I think spotted in hell.
The Sova push through short, so they don't combo.
No, and he's just
Big buy round, they didn't want a combo.
Is taken out. There's no combination with any other ultimates either, and now Happyway with that kill has the Steel Garden available and online. It forces AG
and they late pivot against. You can't late pivot against this comp, guys.
But there's so much.
You cannot late pivot against this comp.
Could be massive to try and stall them out. They do shoot it out, but Nomad is still here. The TP into the backside. There's a kill from Nomad.
He ulted into tank. He Omen ulted in and he took the ult. That's so funny, bro. Nice shots. Dude, AG, they just had to keep it simple, man. They just had to double combo. 3 again. He's giving it every time he gets 3 kills.
Nomad's living for it.
I'm sorry, but if I'm Spitfires, I'm gonna be feeling
the Omen, bro.
Like,
that's so funny, man.
Like, why didn't I see Coconut? Like,
but why are they late?
Shutting down.
Like their plans aren't good. I mean, they just don't play the map, man. I can't be too angry.
Rotation into the operator, and even then, right? The Annihilation, like, oh, we're confident. We grabbed one, and we probably grabbed the chamber upping, not the Omen ulting. We can swing the angle.
Oh, that timing's so
that's so funny though. That is so like
literally as he's gone out of there. It was like the best timing ever. I mean, his teammate got the extra kills.
Because you had Coconut gets that kill, which gets him from the shadows online, which he's then able to TP into backside.
What's worse, this or 100 Thieves Lotus? Mate, 100 Thieves, from what I saw, 100 Thieves would beat most of these teams on Lotus. That's how bad we're talking. I just think there's a thing in China where like teams just constantly have like 3 good maps, and then the rest of the maps are really bad. Because that's even been a thing with the teams that qualify, right? Trace, they had 2 good maps. Was it Trace again? They then had 2 good maps. Like they had 2 good maps for champs. Trace again then had 2 good maps for kickoff.
Wow, that string of rounds should
afford them
at least a
I
few rounds
think it was
load
Trace.
of buys to get this comeback into overtime started. And it's not going to be
I think it's just a common thing. I think teams in China struggle to get their map pull good.
Operator, it's affecting who's buying who, and honestly, they lose. I mean, too many weapons. They might not have a decent buy even the following round. So
yeah,
again, no room for error. Has to be clean from this point out, and maybe they learned enough from that mid excavate to challenge this B site, right? TP'd.
TP over towards middle. They're going fast on this one. 6 chances for the G line.
Deposits, but XLG is just fully committed to the rotation head on as well.
I mean, honestly,
no out broad, possibly for the map.
Yeah, a little bit of attack through the wall there. Nomad, he's somehow able to get that kill.
No way, he survives as well. He didn't get hit by any of the Sova ult.
Trading things out nicely.
Double back his sight, flash to swing left.
The boathouse again with this operator.
Support, yeah.
And he did so much in the previous round. Right click out with a weapon.
Did you forget he was a chamber? I felt like he had bullets.
Suddenly, AG burst onto the site, but even if they win this one, like you said, Sobi, they're not going to have a buy. Kira has now got to try and get some kind of information, and that's an ultimate TP in towards just that main site area. He doesn't get any information, but he doesn't want to be out in the open either. Fever also doesn't get any catches. This one is looking
I mean, if someone was on boat, they could have got spammed from the other guy. It wasn't crazy bad.
For this XLG side, and they might
that's a great smoke. It's a shame they missed shot.
Coconut's fallen to Shrimp, but Viva, he could do so much economic damage even if he just tries to deny them getting away from the spike. Instead, he values his own Phantom that a little bit more. And he escapes with his life. All gamers,
I swear Norman had some bullets there. Maybe he fancied either he forgot he was a chamber.
Yeah, I mean, we talked
and
about
didn't feel natural because he doesn't play on too many maps, or
living that
he just
right now, so that
believes in his jump right click.
Worth their while. And honestly, I was like thinking we're gonna see a repeat disaster, right? Instead of from the shadows, it's just a gate crash. You have Spitfire, sorry, you have Roger there, right, to back up No Man here, but.
God, he's a chamber? Nah, for real though. If he doesn't play it on too many maps, it might not be like second nature, I guess.
Kira just allows him to get down to that 2v2, and they play the timing super well, dodging the info util from Viva, playing proactive for Shrimp, heating Coconut, and now 6 becomes 5, 1 round at a time. Off head to head. Spitfires wins
nice pick.
Opening kill found. Things are looking good so far.
I was probably the person that has the most money as well, so if Sheila loses this, should be down to Nico, I'm pretty sure.
As we saw in the previous round, opening kill doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win it, and with that Aldrone, Viva has kind of cleared that top mid position. It means AG, they're going to have to
I can't believe he's allowed
really
to do
go
that.
for that repeat and re-clear again. And that's time worked away there on the clock. Raga, though, he can no longer see into tiles thanks to that smoke from Kira. He's forced away. Huncher with the neural theft as well
goes in. Looks like B's the call.
These XLG players are rotating towards B as well. That's
yeah,
where there
fake over towards B, back over towards A, or are we committing? No, we're committing. Smoke goes out. Solo over towards side. The Euro goes in. The spike hasn't committed. They don't have. Okay, yeah, nice. It's actually a really good fake from them. Dude, their attack looks nice. It's a shame about their defense, bro. The defense was a shocker. But honestly, their attack, you can see that they actually like cracked pretty hard for it. That's
looking strong so far, but what is it?
Oh my god, bro, that was a crazy play. He had so much faith that his Omen flash hit them on short here.
They are sweeping the A site clear.
It's a lovely round from AG.
Gets a little dicey, but again, if you get the job done at the end of the day, it's a round.
Dude, if they got their defense a little bit better, they might have actually been able to steal a map here.
Occurrence. And honestly, these rounds are, and these
the defense really was cooked. Like, the defense was insanely cooked.
Getting that confident win back. That looked like it was a little bit lost, both in hope and just in polling. When we looked at like the pistol, we looked at the second round, and once they got rifles in hand, we talked about them not going for the Stinger.
I have no idea, Bacon. Someone that was living good, I guess.
And honestly, it's working out in the long run. 4 to go. Spitfires again. You know it's Nico. That means it's time for the Outlaw to sing.
Yep. I mean, there's no full shields on any of these players. It's basically an operator when you get into this position. Oh my word, Spitfires. He's trying to push up so aggressively. But with the tag from the recon bolt, he knows his position.
Wasn't dancing equal. Let's keep on the Bucky hype. At the moment, the Bucky's been doing work so much.
Doesn't want to get too greedy. Doesn't want to give his life away. Because obviously, like we said, AG, they cannot afford any more mistakes from here on out. But 6 became 4, 6 became 5, becomes 4.
Drone follows B, committed over towards B. No TP out for the Yoru, just holding strong. They've done the hard work. They forced him into the Bucky. The problem is they're going to go heavy short.
That we've mentioned coming through. It's all going to hinge on No Man's ability, I think, to anchor tree here. That's where, ooh, a corner not cleared is deadly yet again.
Yeah, but he's trying to push up forwards, and
the miss wall.
He's punished for it. The wall gets missed, and Viva through the smoke. He's able
Viva with drone, Viva with shocks. Can do a lot of damage here.
Utility coming through from the IGL yet again. 22 and 10. He's doing
shocks will be good
for his side, but it's a 3 versus 3. XLG have got to retake here with the pistols.
Okay.
And they should get a weapon at least here, minimum, from that tree control. We'll see if Shrimp again can play just space management from hell. You can see them trying to set these crossfires, trying to set up again team fights so they don't lose just one after one. And oh, what a paranoia.
Ooh, big shot from heaven, bro.
Again, he's doing absolute God's work.
Oh my goodness. That's a nuts round from him. That's a nuts round. Dude, it's a shame for AG, because this attack had a lot of potential. But that defense just let him down so heavy. Yeah, it did just look from what we saw here that no matter what, I feel like we're going to be a map up here.
Nervous looking at that round.
We'll see how the icebox looks.
The weapons collected and the fact they had the